everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Dreamy Pisces here, back to do a really quick video. I hope it's going to be quick. I want to talk to you tonight about some solutions. Number one, I think that we as African people, black people, melanated people, a lot of us feel very hopeless at this time. We feel very lethargic. A lot of people are dealing with depression. A lot of people are dealing with different addictions, poor eating habits, all types of things that are helping us to sink deeper and deeper and deeper into our mental side, basically our mental suicide, which just affects every part of us. And I think that a lot of us have, given up hope, and we just kind of go with the flow. We just kind of go with the ways of the world. But I just want to encourage you, and I want to let you know that we cannot go with the flow, and we cannot go with the ways of the world, because the ways of the world are evil. The ways of the world are built on a corrupt system that was never, as you already know, has never been set up for us. It's been set up for other people. It's been set up for our enemy to overtake us and keep us in a subservient position, keep us in an inferior position. And we have to come up out of that. And a lot of people say, well, how do we do it? What can we do? Some people may feel like we're too small to do anything, but I just want to encourage you and let you know that you're not small. One person can make great changes. If we look at, back in our history, and we look at our great scholars and our teachers that came before us, Malcolm X was just one man. He was just one man who did great things. Marcus Garvey was one man with long-term vision. He had an amazing vision for the future of what he was, wanting to create. All of them that came before that actually spoke out, and they spoke out against the oppression. They spoke out against this corrupted system that we live under, that's all around us. So I just wanted to give just a few tips, a few solutions that we can do right now to try to help to shift things. Number one, I just don't want you to feel that it's no hope. Hold on to the fact that we can make a change, and hold on to the fact that you and I both have a responsibility to create the change. We cannot wait for other people to do it. We have to be creative. And Marcus Garvey really focusing on using the own faculties of our own minds. Stop waiting around for other people. Stop waiting around for elections, and stop waiting around for them to tell us something on the news on how to get healthier body, mind, and spirit. Because a lot of these things that we need to do is already within us. It just has to be activated. So that's going to take me to my first point. How can we make changes? Number one, we have to study. We have to study our story. I said that in my video. If you go back and look at my video that I just did about goddesses and gods arise, I spoke about how we need to read about our story. When we read about our story, it's going to fill in those gaps. It's going to fill in this blank part of our mind, our psyche, and it's going to activate things that have been hidden from us. We have been force-fed a foreign culture, foreign language, foreign foods, foreign traditions. We've been force-fed all of these things because the enemy did not want us to know who we are, doesn't want us to know our story, just as well as the enemy did not want the slaves to participate in their cultural practices, their spiritual practices, because they knew that they would be able to overtake them. So they did everything in their power to silence them. And they're doing the same thing for us today, with entertainment and other forms of like hypnotizing us, basically keeping us in a very lethargic mental state. So we have to study, and we have to do that all the time. We have to do that because, like I said, it's going to fill in those gaps for us. The second thing that we need to work on is African education, which goes along with studying, reading our story. African education, meaning get some books that's going to help to enrich your mind. Like right now I'm reading this book. It's called African Power, Affirming African Indigenous Socialization in the Face of Cultural Wars by Asa G. Hilliard. This is the book. I read a little bit of it this evening, and it is deep. First, let me go ahead and just read this real quick. This is a quote by John Henry Clark, and it says, African culture response to slavery and oppression in the Americas and in the Caribbean began on the shores of West Africa when captured. Africans tried to take African soil in their hands and sometimes in their mouths onto the slave ships as a desperate struggle to hold on to a piece of Africa. Slavery was a war against African culture, especially against the structure of the African family. So that's sad. That made me feel sad, because in my mind I can envision that. Even though it's like I wasn't there, but it's like I was there. That's because we're connected to our ancestors. African education is important. We need to teach our children about our story. We need to learn our story. We need to teach our friends, our family, whoever will listen. We need to teach. We got to learn so that we can teach, and just know that when you are digging into African education, you probably will be met with some resistance from people because it's something different. Even though that is something that should be normal to us, it is so out of the box and so different for a lot of our people, and they will resist it. They are gonna call you crazy. They are gonna say you need to stop with all that black stuff. What you doing? We gotta live in this society with these people. So what are you doing? You're making things hard on yourself, and you're gonna hear all types of stuff. Do it anyway. Don't stop with the education. We have to learn how to help each other. Don't be so caught up in yourself and staying in your own lane. I'm gonna do my thing and you do your thing. You stay over there and I'm gonna stay over here, like all of that. No, we gotta come together. As you continue to read about the African education, it's gonna open you up. It's gonna open up your heart. It's gonna open up your mind, and you're gonna realize, hey, we do need to help each other. We need to support each other. We need to listen to each other. We need to listen. Some people will say, I don't talk to people because people judge each other. They judge me, or, but the thing is, this book says that we have to critique. It's not a judging. I would say a judging is saying you're not nothing. You ain't never gonna be nothing. Your daddy wasn't nothing. You're not gonna be nothing. Your mama, your sister won't nothing. You nothing. That's judging. But when we are critiquing, that means that we're looking at things, we're pulling things out, and we're going to say, hey, this isn't the African way to be. This isn't conducive to family growth. This isn't conducive to being a goddess or a god. We have to be able, it's okay to critique, but we have to, we got to open up ourselves and talk to people and be open. That's something I had to learn. We totally have to get healthy and get fit. I pushed, start eating meat. Stop eating meat. You're not going to wither up and pass away because you stop eating meat. People say, what about your protein? You're not going to get your protein. Lies, 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 lies. Don't believe them foolish lies. Go ahead and start eating you some fruits and vegetables. Get you some rice. Drink you some green smoothies. You're going to feel better. You're going to look better. Everything's going to be better when we start eating better fruits and vegetables. And then you're going to have people say, well, the fruits and vegetables have chemicals. Of course, we need to go organic as much as possible. But we know organic is expensive, but still do as much organic as you can. But if you can't do that, just keep eating your fruits and vegetables, because we are in a society where everything is tainted. So we're just going to do the best that we can with the fruits and vegetables. And of course, learning how to grow your own fruits and vegetables. That's always another good thing. One thing that another point is, and it's so funny that I'm sitting here saying this today because I was so against this, but realizing that we are at war. We are at war. It's amazing that I'm saying that because I was such a, wearing my rose-colored glasses. This is me, my rose-colored glasses, and I did not want to talk about war. I did not want to talk about hurt and pain. I didn't want to talk about it. But I had to remove the glasses. Now I can see what's really going on, and we are at war. We are dealing with a spiritual warfare. We are dealing with demons, real demons, y'all. For real. Murderers. Some really horrible things have taken place. The more you read, the more you're going to realize what you're dealing with here. When you're dealing with the entertainment industry, demons, okay? So we have to we just have to stop and kind of get out of the illusion that everything's okay, everything's going to be okay. We just have to remain positive and everything. Yes, we do need to remain positive, but we have to be aware of what's happening, and we definitely are at war right now, and I do realize that. We have to work on healing our issues from the past. We have to literally confront what has happened to us. We have to deal with our traumas that have happened to us. We need to be writing letters to the people that hurt us and burn those letters. It's like a ritual. You write the letter and you burn it and you release it. It's so many things that we can do to release our pain, our hurt and our pain, but first we have to look at it and we have to see it for what it is. We can't ignore it. We have to like reprogram our mind to think differently with affirmations, because they work. Don't let anybody tell you that they don't work, because they do work. We need to listen to motivational speakers. We need to listen to lectures from our African scholars to help us. Another point, we need to turn the TV off, y'all. I got a TV in my room. That TV is just basically like it's a TV stand with books and jewelry and other stuff there, because I don't turn my TV on. The TV does not come on. I'm at a point in my life where I cannot sit in front of the TV because I feel like I'm wasting time unless I'm watching a documentary. Even my children, they're like, Mom, come on, let's watch a movie together. And it's so hard for me to do that. I cannot focus on watching a movie because I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something else. If I'm not reading, I need to be working with my hands, building something, just something. I just can't sit down and watch a movie. It's like, it vexes my soul. And even going to the movie theater, I'm like, oh my God, did I really just pay Warner Brothers my money to sit down and watch one of their movies? I can't do it. So turn the TV off, listen to lectures, listen to motivational speakers. If you would like some recommendations, you can leave a comment below and I'll be more than happy to give you some recommendations for books and give you some speeches and some scholars that you can look into for yourself. That would be really good. Another point is we have to change our language. Okay, we have to move from that. We can no longer address ourselves as a B or a hoe. We can't be like, hey ho, hey B, what's up beer, what's up bish. Stop. We gotta stop all of that. And for our brothers, we gotta stop calling, y'all gotta stop calling each other the N-word. We really have to stop with all of these negative words. I have reprogrammed myself to address women as sister. What's up, my sister? What's up, sis? What's up, goddess? What's up, queen? Anything is better than the B word or being called a hoe or even the N-word. Like, we got to stop doing that. We have to better ourselves. That means, like I said, we have to reprogram ourselves. I say rebuild, reconstruct, reprogram, redo everything. We got to do it now. We got to do it now. Yes, it's hard to change. Yes, it is hard to change, but we have the power to do it, and we have to have the consistency to do it. We have to have the drive to do it. If I can change, anybody can change. And I know you've probably heard that before by many people. Seriously, like if me, I used to, oh my God, I could just go into, if you watch my last video, I was just in tears in my last video because I was just thinking about where I came from, all the stuff that I used to do. Now, if I can change, you can change. Trust me. I was like the most scary, lethargic, depressed, anxious, self-conscious person that existed. And now I am confident. I am energetic. I am pumped up about the change. I am excited about my role that I play. That's all because I went through a process of getting an African education. I went through a process of reprogramming my mind through affirmations. I went through a process of loving myself so that I can open up and love others. Being making myself available to people, not being so introverted. I was very introverted. I didn't want to build. I didn't want to do nothing. I just want to stay in my shell. But when you stay in your shell, you can't help anybody. You can't do anything. And that's not why we're here, because as we know, life is very short. So what we need to do, we need to go really, really hard and keep pushing forward and keep doing different things. Everything that we learn, we got to do something total opposite of that, because that's how they tricked us. They took everything that we knew, everything that we loved, and they flipped it and they corrupted it and turned everything around, upside down, all around. It's like the inside out. We are on the inside out, but we got to flip it back over. And we have to do it consistently and continue to believe in ourselves, knowing that we can create the change. But we gotta be the change. I have to be the change. Everything that I say and I put in, that I write and I teach, I do it. I do it because I don't want to be considered as a fraud. I don't want to be considered as the type of person that just talk, but doesn't do. That's not me. I'm a team player. I'm like, hey, pass me the ball and I'm gonna shoot, or I'm gonna pass it. But I'm just not gonna, I just can't stay in a passive state because of knowing that we are in a spiritual warfare, and neither can you. It's time for you to put that work in. It's time for us to create the programs. It's time for us to teach our children different. It's time for us to speak out, even if, our family and friends are going to call us crazy. Even if people are going to hate us, hate on us, whatever. I'd be like, hate on me, because I know what's right. If I speak out about this entertainment industry and I have people that, maybe are like, nah, you shouldn't do that, that means I need to do it more, because everybody tries to silence our voice. Those that try to silence our voice, that should be fuel to make us speak up more, because we have to. So that's really it for my video. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. It's Dreamy Pisces, and I'm on Instagram. If you would like to know more about me and what I do and what I'm about, go to Instagram. I can be reached at Dreamy Pisces 80, and also I can be reached at the shop, OMMSHOP. Me and my people, my team, my tribe, we are building, and we want to build with other people that are on the frequency. We want to build with people in Africa and other parts of the world that's on the same frequency, because we realize that we got to look at this thing as a global movement, not just right here, even though we are working here. But we really have to expand our perspective and our vision and start to see this as global, because Malcolm X says, why do y'all want to be a part of the minority when you can be a part of the majority? Why do y'all want to be a part of the minority when you can be a part of the majority? Meaning we have to pull together with our brothers and sisters outside of the United States. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to travel to Africa. We're trying to travel. We're trying to get up out of here, and just to meet other people and build with other people. And one other thing real quick before I close out, I used to feel like I was not black enough because my skin is, a little lighter. My hair is quote unquote a little softer or whatever, but I really was feeling like I'm not going to be accepted because I'm kind of light skinned. But that's a lie too. Put that out of your mind. That's a lie too. Okay. Now, I just want to read this to you real quick. This is about calling ourselves black, because I've been told that I'm not black. I've been told that I'm not black, but this is out of the Destruction of Black Civilization. Here's the cover of the book by Chancellor Williams. I have not finished this book, but we're going to get there because we are reading multiple books. So let me just read this real quick. It says, the term black was given a rebirth by the Black Youth Revolt. As reborn, it does not refer to the particular color of a particular person, but to the attitude of pride and devotion to a race whose homeland from times immemorial was called the land of the blacks. Almost overnight, our youngsters made black co-equal to white in respectability and challenged the anti-black Negroes to decide on which side they stood. This was no problem for many who are light or even near white in complexion, for they themselves were among the first to proclaim with pride, call me black. Those who hate the term but hold the majority of leadership positions feel compelled to use it to protect their leadership roles. So just specifically, you light-skinned folks out there, super light-skinned, they use this as a form of rebellion. And also, now that we know that black is a frequency, black is cosmic, black is space, we are connected, our melanin is in space, so that means we are connected to something greater than ourselves. So it's okay to call yourself black. It's okay for me to call myself an African, even though somebody said,
you don't look like you're African. You don't have an African accent, so how can you say that? You live in America, you're not African.
shut up. But see, when you know yourself, when we know that our ancestry is African, then we're good, okay? And we just roll with that and let other people do what they want to do. If they want to claim to be something else, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. But our team, our tribe, we are claiming our African roots because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful culture. It fulfills our soul. It makes us feel that we are connected to something wonderful, wonderful traditions. And we're going to get back to that. We are getting back to that bit by bit. Even though our blood has been tainted, even though it has been tainted by the enemy, we're going to continue to strive towards that, because Africa is in our mind. Africa is in our heart. Our homeland. I've never stepped foot in Africa, but it's in my heart. And anyway, I just want to send you peace, love, and black power. Peace, love, black empowerment, African liberation, a BB for Hodie, as we have learned that means African liberation. And I'm sending everyone that's out there that's watching this video, I'm sending you good vibes on your journey. Continue to build, continue to seek inner peace, and give that out to the world, and do it with boldness, and know that you are okay because the ancestors are with us. We are never alone. Peace.